Hello, happy Monday. How are you today? It's a beautiful day. I'm glad you're here. Miss Russell misses you. I hope you had a great weekend, okay? And we're ready for another math lesson, okay? Here we go. So our learning target is still the same as we've been. I can use addition to figure out how many objects are in an array, and we are really just working on building our multiplication facts, okay? So today we're gonna work on different ways to show multiplication. And before we did that, I thought we would just do a little review of previous standard. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a 3-digit number. If you were here, I would ask you for one. I'm just gonna pull one out, 438. 438. Okay, so there's a 3-digit number. What's the hundreds? 400. What are the tens? 30. What are the ones? 8. 400 plus 30 plus 8, right? So if we add 100, let's say we're just gonna add 100. I don't want you to do it you should be doing this in your head. No paper, no pencil. 100 plus 438. We don't need to look at the 8. We don't need to look at the 3 because we're adding 100. We just need to add 1 to the 4, right? And what number will we get? 538, right? So 438 plus 100 is 538. How about if we subtract 10? Subtract 10 from 438. What are we going to look at? Are we going to look at the 4? No, because we're in the tens place. We're subtracting 10. So we're going to look in the tens place. Hundreds, tens, ones. We're going to subtract 10. So we're going to take 10 or minus 1 from 438, okay? Minus 10. So what is it going to be? 400 and what? 28. Good. 428. Very good. How about if we subtract 100? Subtract 100 from 438. Where are we going to look? We're going to look at the hundreds. We're going to look at the hundreds, the 3 and the 8. The 38 is not going to change because we're only subtracting from the hundreds place. So what is it going to be? 438 minus 100 in your head. 338, right? 338. Okay? How about if we take 438 and we add 10? Add 10. What place are we going to look at? Are we going to look at the 400 place, the hundreds place? No, we're adding 10, so we're going to look at the tens place. And so add 10 to 438. What are you going to get? 448. Very good. Okay? How about if we add 500? Add 500. If you could add 100, you could add 500. In your head, are you going to look at the 8? No, because that's in the ones place. Are you going to look at the 3? No, because that's in the tens place. Where are you going to look? At the 4. 4. You're just adding, if you're adding 500, what are you going to add? 5. Add 5 to 4. And what is 5 plus 4? 9. So instead of 438, now it's what? 938, right? Okay, we're doing this in our head, in your smart brain. Your smart second, almost third grade brain. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Right. Okay, so 438 minus 300. Minus 300 in your head. In your head. Are you going to look at the 8? No, because that's in the ones place. Are you going to look at the 3? No, because that's in the tens place. Where are you going to look? 438 minus 300. Where are you going to look? At the 4. 4 minus 3 is what? 1. So what does it become? It becomes 138, right? Right. Okay, 438. Let's choose a new number. Okay, I'm just gonna practice. 672. Okay, 672. Let's add. Let's add 20 to 672. 672 plus 20. Okay, where are you gonna look? Are you gonna look at the 2? No, because we're adding 2 tens. We need to look at the tens place, the 7. What's 7 plus 2? 9. So what's the answer? 692. Remember, you're doing this in your smart second, almost third grade brain. Yes, because you can do it. Okay, in your head. 672 minus 300. Minus 300. Are you going to look at the 2? No, because that's in the ones place. Are you going to look at the 7? No, because that's in the tens place. Where are you going to look? At the 6. 672 minus, did I say 300? Minus 300 equals what? What's 6 minus 3? 3. So it's what? 372. 372. Awesome. I might have said 200. Okay, 672 plus 200 plus 200. Where are you going to look at the 2? No. At the 7? No, because that's the tens place and the 2 is in the ones place. Plus 200, you're going to look at the 6. What's 6 plus 2? 8. So the new answer is 872. Okay, just a little practice. Just a little practice. Okay, so today we're going to talk about ways to show multiplication. And I sent this page to your parents. It's just a very simple page, and it's just I want you to print it out. If you could print out one and then just write it on the other. Or if you don't even want to, print it out, you can just make it yourself and just write it. So it's ways to show multiplication: the equation, an array, equal groups, repeated addition, and skip counting. Okay, so we're just going to take some problems and do this. Okay, so let's take 4 times 3. Okay, 4 times 3. Okay, so that is the equation. That is the equation, 4 times 3. Now we have something called, you don't even remember this word, but it's called the commutative property. Commutative property. And if you think about when your parents might commute to work, that means they go back and forth. They go to work and they come home. They don't go to work and stay there, right? They go to work, like Miss Russell lives here. I go to Honey Creek, and then I come back. I commute. I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So commutative property is basically means you can reverse the numbers and it's the same problem. What other, we could do that with multiplication, and we could also do that with what? Addition. We cannot do that with subtraction, right? So we can, 3 times 4 is the same thing as what? 4 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 4. And that's the commutative property. Commutative. But think about your parents go to work and they come back. They go and they come back. So it's like reverse, okay? You could go both ways. You could put either number first, okay? So that's called the commutative property. So when you write the equation down on here, make sure you write it both ways, okay? Write it both ways, because it doesn't matter really, because what? It will give us the same answer. It will give us the same answer, okay? So if you look at this problem, these two numbers are called the factors, okay? These two, the 4 and the 3 are the factors. And 4 times 3 equals 12, and that is called the product, okay? And you'll hear me talk about that again, okay? Don't worry about these words so much. It's just good to know. All right, so let's go over this. 4 times 3, let's make an array with 4 times 3. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So we've got, there's our array. Okay? There's our array. We've got 4, 4, 4. So 3 groups of 4. Now we could also do 3 times 4. Okay? There's 3 going, or 4 times 3 is the columns. 3 times 4 is what? The rows, are the rows. Okay, so we got 3 sets of 3 4 times, or sets of 4 3 times. So it's the same problem. Okay, now if we want to do equal groups, we could do 1, 2, 3, and put 4. Okay, so that could be equal groups. Okay, so we made 3 groups with 4 in each group. And you don't have to use circles. You could use stars. You could use happy faces. You could use whatever you want. If you have a stamp, you could use that. Whatever you want. Make anything you want. All right. Next, repeated addition. So our repeated addition would be what? 4 plus 4 plus 4. That would be our repeated addition. If we were doing 3 times 4, we could say what? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay? Very good. Okay? And for our skip counting. Okay? Skip counting. So that was repeated addition. Okay? And we're going to count by 4s. 4 plus 4 is what? 8. And 8 plus 4 is 12. So if we were doing 4 times 3, that would be our skip counting. If we were counting by 3s, it would be what? 3, 6, what's 6 plus 3? 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12. So that's what I mean by skip counting. Okay, let's do another one. Uh-oh, this board is not erased very well. All right. Here we go. Okay, so let's do 2 times 7. Okay, 2 times 7. Okay, so as we talked about the commutative property, 2 times 7 is the same thing as what? 7 times 2. Okay, 7 times 2 and 2 times 7 will give us the same answer. What are these two numbers called? The 7 and the 2? 2 and the 7, they are called what? The factors. Those two numbers are called the factors. Okay? Those two numbers are called the factors. And don't worry about that. And the answer is 14, and that is going to give us the product. That is the product. Okay, so we want to model this in different ways. Okay, so we can do an array. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is kind of going that way, isn't it? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so here we go. And so we modeled it with an array. Okay, equal groups. We can have, let's just do 2 groups. And put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we've got an array. We've got equal groups. Repeated addition. What will repeated addition do? 7 plus 7 equals 14, right? Or we could say what? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay? So that's the 2 ways to show it with repeated addition. Okay? 7 times 2 and 2 times 7, right? Okay? Or we could do skip counting. Skip counting would be just 7, and really it would be just 7, 14. For 7 times 2, because 7, we're starting with 7, and then 7 plus 7 is 14. For 2, it would be what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay? All right. And we did the equation, we did the array. All right, so those are the 2 ways, the different ways that we can show multiplication. I want you to show it on this paper, okay? I want you to choose at least 2, maybe even, let's do 2 different ways, and use a multiplication problem that is with single digit problem. Don't do any double digit. I know some of you would love to do that, but I don't want you using double digit. Do a single digit addition problem. So like 6 times 4, 8 times 2, 3 times 5, 4 times 7, something like that. Okay, don't do like 10 times 8. Okay, no double digits. Okay, so um, we have a shorter lesson today, and I want to say to that our first in math people, Landon was our first in math person on Saturday. Woo woo woo. On Sunday it was Isaiah. Way to go. Woo woo. Monday it was Landon. Today it's Landon again. All right. So you woo woo. You guys are working. Keep it up. On Friday, these people took AR tests. Tyson, Tenoris, Damari, and Landon. Okay. Way to go. I know Friday is a makeup day. Well, you could still take AR tests. I understand if you don't want it. Hey, I get it. Everybody needs a break. I get it. Believe me. Miss Russell understands. You guys are doing awesome. And I will have a story to read to you tomorrow. I had a book, and I have limited books here because obviously we're not in the classroom. And I was reading it, and I noticed a page was missing. So I had to delete that video. And so that was a bummer. It's a really good book too. It's called Anansi and the Moss Covered Rock. And it doesn't really have anything to do with math, but it's really funny and it's a good story. And I was really bummed. I was reading and I got to the middle and the page was missing and I don't know where it is. It's probably in the classroom somewhere. So, anyway, Miss Russell misses you and I love you and I hope you have a great day. And ask me any questions and send me your little notes below. I love reading your little comments and your hearts. And I miss you too, and I love you, and I hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.